The president embarked on some reforms at the initial stage of this administration, and now he's told Nigerians that the economy is turning the corner. What's the WTO's perception of Nigeria's economy?
So we think that the president and his team, and we just exchanged with him, have worked hard to stabilize the economy. And you cannot really improve an economy unless it's stable. So he has to be given the credit for the stability of the economy. So the reforms have been in the right direction. What is needed next is growth. We now need to grow the economy, and we need to put in social safety nets so that people who are feeling the pinch of the reforms can also have some support to be able to weather the hardship. So that's the next step. How do we build social safety net to help Nigerians cushion the hardship they're feeling? And then how do we grow the economy so we can create more jobs and put more money in people's pockets? These are issues that we discussed with Mr. President. He has to be
Go. And I can't dance. Papa, go. Stop
Also,
You say waiting.
also,
Probably I just a matter with the
oh, that Tinubu boy, I've been, which one is it?
I just propaganda. All these ones, you don't even care whether heaven fall, you know, fall. I just propaganda. But the thing be say
Now
the
only,
advice,
now only the
the,
guy
the
winning.
advice when
Now,
Okonjo Iweala give am, which is the most important thing, right? You are not go see am, right? When he say make e provide social welfare for people wey dey suffer, because as you dey see say millions of people dey suffer this thing, but you no go, I mean, your own
is
na
he
to
not,
jump.
is he not doing that? Is he not doing that? Is he not doing it?
How? In
Do
what
you live
sense?
in
How?
In what
Nigeria?
sense?
How?
Do you live in
Don't you see,
wait,
don't you see the term,
wait,
don't
calm
you
down.
see,
I no dey argue. I no wan argue now because I no wan argue. This is evening. You live in Nigeria, press play. Do you live in Nigeria? Na simple question na.
I live in Nigeria.
Okay, you live in Nigeria. Um okay, now, as I dey now, make I tell you now, eh make I tell you now as I dey now, you saw my school nearly lost accreditation because of this nonsense, this your nonsense, so-called policy, privatization stupidity, right? No money, right? As me and you dey talk now, as me and you dey talk now, some of us no go fit graduate this, no fit no graduate this year if you no pay certain amount of money, right? What has your president done to make I no talk about the food and the rice wey we no dey fit buy again? When you dey talk say is he not doing that? If he's actually doing it, why will Okonjo Iweala be asking him to do it? Because the problem is, if he's actually alleviating, making like the fuel subsidy remover, for example, where thousands of people no dey fit run their businesses. I mean, thousands of people, not one, thousand, millions, if not millions of Nigeria, no dey fit run their businesses again. What has he done to actually help
Do you
them?
have business that you are not running? Do you have a business in Nigeria right now? Should you are in Nigeria? Do you have a business that you
I
are not
mean,
running?
me,
Oh,
I can
Clement,
personally
let's
close my own
please,
hustle. They ask me whether I might do business.
yes,
That's why if
please.
it's giving you people now, look, I want to collect from you as I did now.
Hi.
Because I need that to go pay for my certificates now. So now what I did now, if it's giving you people, I want to collect from you. uh So I want collect from you. If it's giving only APC members, I want collect from you now.
And
And
make the love spread now. Make the love
eh?
spread.
What
Make the
what
love
I will do
spread.
now? If it's giving only you guys, if there's something, because let me give you an example. Me and my younger brother were running viewing center. Sorry, where they play game. At that time, petrol was how much? I've forgotten. Was it 500, 400 or something like that? Um, and we just started, right? We bought generator, we bought TV, we bought PS4 and one other one, right? And in our area, there is no petrol, right? So, wetin come happen? When this thing come happen, we no come fit afford any of those things because it's a school area, right? So, and the matter come dey now be say the other alternative would have been solar. Solar no come still dey affordable. Shey you don see the problem. So, assuming say im provide, then e come enter electricity, that one no come dey affordable also. Assuming say im put money for the other one come dey cheaper, we go say, oh, we go abandon the normal running generator every day. Make we use this one which dey more affordable, which dey clean. And na why I dey ask, because me personally, that is why people like T dey sometimes get problem with me when I start comparing Buhari and Tinubu. Because in my own opinion, I think Tinubu has done something better than Buhari. But some people don't want to agree. And again, when you look at Buhari and Jonathan, right, I just dey take my time, dey reflect. They basically propose the same thing. Removal of fuel subsidy, increase electricity tariff, everything. They just basically the same thing. But at that time, when they were saying those things, people were supporting them. But but the only difference is that Jonathan was unable to do it. Tinubu is able to, I mean, actually do most of those things, like remove it from government burden of spending. That's exactly what I think Tinubu has done. And I believe that in that regard, that is what Okonjo Iweala is complimenting him for. But the aspect where he sold him, provides, because there's money now. I mean, now there's money. Why not give people those things that will alleviate them from the presence of the sufferings of this thing? But people like press play will come here and tell us that he's already doing it. If he's already doing it, why can't they tell him, do it to help people that are? Because in my own opinion, he's not doing it. Because we are feeling the pains, but which this is how many capitalist society actually work, right? The government don't fund whether it's university, like whether it's university education, whether it's your electricity, all those things you are made to pay for it, and sometimes they are very expensive. Or
No, the
most
government
Chukudi,
funds them.
Chukudi,
The government
sorry,
funds
I just
them.
have a few. Sorry, Chukudi, I have a few moments for my break. So I just see, please, your mic. Okay, Alfonso, sorry, I have a limited time. I just want to say something. Are you following the electricity reforms that Tinubu is doing? Are you following the reforms?
yes, I'm following it now.
So, for example, there's a 4 trillion legacy debt from the Gencos. Are you seeing how Tinubu is trying to see how they can pay those Gencos so that they can ease it off, so that at least there can be availability first before they can start talking about cost? Do you understand that?
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
TBO, can you enlighten me? Because maybe Chukudi man knows, but me, I don't know. Could you enlighten me,
So
please? Because I genuinely don't know.
I'll summarize it in this way. You can simply search for Tony Elumelu's visit along with the Gencos, the owners of the Gencos, 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago to Tinubu. I think that's the best summary. You have all the Gencos. You know, Tony Elumelu owns two of the major Gencos in Nigeria, right? Gencos are generating companies, the companies that actually generate the electricity.
But see the problem here. Now that there are some people who can probably who have access to certain hours of electricity who run small businesses, right? What happens when you go that route? Because people will be out of business, and
No,
these
no,
are
no, people, no, people will not be out of business. I think people don't realize what is happening. What is happening is that the government is still subsidizing. The only people that government is not subsidizing electricity for is actually the people on band A. But the people of band B, band C, band D are actually being subsidized by government. It's a very long process. It's beyond saying, oh, we want electricity. Why have we not been able to provide electricity? It's beyond saying that. Some people, and trust me, the the train or the whole process of electricity provision is beyond snapping your fingers. So many things are involved: laws, bills, bureaucracy, and most importantly,
Okay,
finance.
but Steve, I have a question. I have a question, right? So this
I'm
4
coming now.
trillion.
I'll
No, hold on,
answer
hold
your
on. I
question.
don't know. So I want you to incorporate what you want to say right now, right? Because I mean, let me see. You said 4 trillion naira debts that we are owing the Gencos, that the Gencos are being owed, or however it is, or they've incurred, or however the situation is, right? For if that's the case, I'm guessing corruption is also part of that 4 trillion, right? So what has government done to actually prove to us, to actually show us that look, oh, this is something that they're really tackling those who are the culprits of this situation? They're actually arresting them, or they're making them making them more
So
accountable to us who are suffering.
so 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 everybody just says corruption, right? Everybody just says corruption. We are actually owing these Gencos. What they are doing now, if you follow what they did yesterday, I think it was yesterday that they signed the first tranche to be paid out to them. They've been able to audit up to 2 trillion. They've been able to audit up to 2 trillion. So the one that they can hold up on their hands and say, this is truly the amount that they are owing the Gencos so far is 2 trillion. That is what the government approved yesterday. But the government does not have 2 trillion to just wake up and give a few people. So what did they do? They are using a bond. They are giving those Gencos, they are giving them a bond, like a federal government bond. So it's just like a form of saying, we are owing you, right? So those Gencos actually hold that bond. So that's a form of money. Anyway, they can use it to trade, they can use it to get credit. The biggest issue that we have in electricity provision is what we don't like to hear. What Alfonso was just trying to tell me now, that that person that is that barber that wants to do his generator, how does he get money? That's the biggest problem. How does he get money? So the electricity thing has a lot of problems, from metering, the fact that almost 60-70% of the discos, not Gencos now, will tell you that people are not properly metered. So one of the things Buhari was trying to do was to actually meterize the whole country first. What did we do? They started shouting, oh, why are you going to import meters? Let local manufacturers manufacture the meters. They gave them money. I don't know if you followed it. Almost all of them stole that money. Almost all of them stole that money, chopped that money, and we still do not have
Okay,
meters.
I'm happy you brought that point up, because I mean, I don't know much about this. I don't know anything about this issue, but I'm happy that you brought that
Right?
up, right?
So
So,
so that is who
hold on.
that is who yeah.
But Silvio, 1 second. So you said most of them stole the money, right? Those were your words, right? So now what
Yes,
has been done?
the meter local metering manufacturers.
Local, yes, the local ones, right? So now,
Yes.
for example, them, what, something that we would need, optics means a lot. If you actually draw attention to the fact that this is the case, this situation, these guys have stolen this money and they're coming to justice, I mean, it's going to make us sleep better at night.
We don't
Because
see,
now,
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Nigerians don't do, let me not lie to you. I can bet you that you probably are not in Nigeria. Nigerians don't like justice, and Nigerians don't hate corruption. Make no mistake about it. The people that stole that money today are the people that are forming coalition. The ones of them that are remaining are in the APC trying to collect money from Tinubu. It's a fact. The owners are the people that are behind those companies, are the people that are funding coalition. The remaining of them are the ones that are in the APC today saying, oh no, Tinubu, you are the best thing in the world. They are all the same thing. And the average Nigerian does not like corruption. Touch them and see what will happen to you. Maybe they just invited Tambuwa to come and explain how he took 100, how he withdrew 189 billion. Everybody, all their members went to go and greet him to tell him sorry that they are welcoming him with two arms. You think Nigerians hate corruption? Let me go back to electricity. My landlord in Akure is based in the United States. I came to the United States. My house was still rented there because my last assignment on the job I still had to I was still shuttling in between. And I saw this man on Twitter. He has disappeared from Twitter. I saw him on Twitter one day complaining how Nigeria is such a corrupt country, how we need justice, how we need what. My last 6 months in that house, or my last 3 months in that house, I did not have electricity. Do you know why? This man built that house that I live in Alagbaka. He built it. He was an engineer, or he's an engineer. He connected the house directly to the NEPA line, bypassed everything. So when NEPA started doing, or when, what they call them now, the DISCO, started doing their auditing, they came and they said, this house has been stealing electricity for the past 2 years. That we should pay all the bills for the last 2 years. This man he's a very popular guy on Twitter. He stopped coming. He's always on Twitter preaching how Nigeria should be a better country. He's the landlord. The money he got that took him to the US, he got it from NEPA, from PHCN. I just want you to understand how the average Nigerian thinks. How are you going to solve that kind of problem when you say arrest them? It's beyond it. These are systemic issues. What they have done now is to put out laws to say, okay, states, you can actually generate your own electricity. States, go and, when I'm done from here, you can go to the Ekiti State Governor's Twitter handle. You go and see what Ekiti is doing. They have their own metering company. They are building their own power generating plants. Several states are beginning to think, let us take advantage of this law. So let transmission now be the problem. It's a very complicated issue that boils down to funding. The average Nigerian does not like to pay. He would rather pay money in that generator than pay his NEPA bill. Alphonso, I can assure you, they would rather prefer to use 10,000 naira and buy diesel than use 10,000 naira and pay NEPA bill. We are like that as a people. So it's a very complex situation. You hear us saying things like, oh, let it be available first. When it's available, we will pay the amount. That's the same thing we said about fuel subsidy. That's exactly the same thing we said about fuel subsidy. Let it be available. When it's available, instead of all this scarcity. Because when there's fuel scarcity, how much are we buying petrol when there's fuel scarcity? When there's scarcity, you see black market, we are buying fuel 900 naira, 1,000 naira, 15. When petrol was 150. That's how much we are buying during scarcity. But you hear people shouting, oh, we are tired of this country. Let it just be available. Today, it is available. The problem is that it is 900 naira, 950 naira. We are complaining that the policy is biting. You see that we are a very difficult people. You agree with me that we are very difficult people to govern. Electricity is not cheap anywhere in the world. But we are so used to when we wake up in the morning, we turn on our AC, turn on our freezer, turn on everything. We want the good life because we've been spoiled. And a wolf, they run belly. So back to the topic. Let me not hog the mic too much. Okonjo Iweala did, just like Alphonso said, almost all the policies that Jonathan said he was going to do. Buhari said he was going to do the same thing. Tinubu said he was going to do the same thing. Obi said he was going to do it. I think everybody said they will do it. But it's not by doing it in mouth. If you read Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala's book, Fighting Corruption is Dangerous, she'll tell you that the biggest problem she had with Jonathan was that Jonathan did not have the political will to do the things that he said he was going to do. It is not easy to do them. Thank you.
Thank you, CBO. But T has gone. So how about the part of the social scheme that she talked about? Because if you look at it,
So I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree with you. There should be more. So, but you see, I don't think there should be more, right? I know that the federal government. I saw some things. Oh, all the bosses, but federal government cannot handle all those things. Those things are meant for the state governments. I'm glad some states like Enugu are now picking it up. I'm glad some states in the north, Kaduna, are now picking it up. Things like CNG buses. I don't want anybody to be giving anybody cash. I don't want any business with anybody giving anybody cash. Because once you start giving cash, once you start giving money, it will give avenue for stealing. There should be concrete things that should be done. Very concrete. Good road networks. Good transportation services. Those are the kind of things that they should do. Better transportation services. Railways. Heavy infrastructure. Those are the only ways people will not feel it. But the average Nigerian does not want to enter BRT bus. He wants to drive Cadillac Escalade. Now who will be? Will I big man? Make we no lie. But I'm glad Okonjo Iweala's visit happened. I hope the president would, if he had some of all these plans, I believe that they should speed it up. I know that they are working on some things with China. I think those things should have arrived any moment. I saw the Northeast Development Commission. I saw them going to go and commission their buses in China. I hope all those things come into Nigeria as soon as possible so that the real common man starts seeing the difference. I've seen what Edo is doing. They've revamped the Edo line. I think these things merely lie in the hands of the state governors, not necessarily the federal government.
CBO, I have a question for you. So sorry, I went off the call, but there's something when we were speaking. I left when you were talking about the fact that I just going to be trusted, the state governors and everything and whatnot, right? But I have a question for you, right? You're an astute human being, from what I've observed thus far. And I know you're good with history as well, right? So let me just take it down memory lane, although we were not alive when that happened, right? Let's talk about the New Deal, when America was going through its, when America was going through the Great Depression and everything. What did FDR do? Can you hear
What
me?
did he do? Yeah, what did he do in what
What
sense?
did he do with Tennessee Valley and everything? What did he do? What was the steps that were taken to actually make America work again, for lack of better words?
Ooh. So I understand what you're trying to say.
Uh-huh.
I understand. I understand what you're trying to say. You want to provide. You want to provide. You want to be. You expect in one sense that these basic things are provided. At the same time, the rule of law gets these guys, get them, get them, get them to be, get the law to work. At the same time, get all this, if it's transport, if it's anything, so that people really don't feel it. I understand. And you are correct. That's the right thing to be done. And I know that you are asking this because you're trying to say, why has it not been done? Why did Tinubu put the cart before the horse? Am I on the same line with you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are.
Good. Now, there's a saying in governance. If you want to do any reform that you know is controversial, you don't do it in the middle of your tenure. You don't do it at the end of your tenure. You do it as soon as your tenure starts. If not, you never do it. Imagine, for example, Tinubu is now trying to. Imagine, for example, it is at this time now that Tinubu, maybe he would have imported all those buses, done all those things. Then it's now that he wants to remove fuel subsidy. Imagine what will happen. You think the people will accept it?
Yeah,
Nobody will
but
accept it.
I agree with you, and I see the point you're trying to make, right? But at the same time, right, I'll argue that what so these other actions that he has taken right after making that subsidy removal and whatnot, right, has been very, very, very damaging. Or from even from an optics point of view, right? For instance, talk about the fact that the you say that we have to you say that we have to all no, you said that we are going through the season pain, I'll be the pain of pregnancy, blah blah blah. No problem, we understand that. We have to go through that bullshit, right? But at the same time though, you go and buy a private jet. You go and innovate for necessary things. You're just basically doing white elephant projects all around Abuja.
So so
And I'm
so
like,
so
what?
let me let
So
me
I'm like,
let
what sense does that make? So
okay. So let me so
I'm currently
I
at Abuja right now, right? So CB, I'm so sorry, just 5 seconds, right? And there was I'm just passing across this Mabushi what do you call that thing again? Mabushi bus terminal. I mean transport terminal that Wiki commission and whatnot, right? There is
yeah.
to going how many months now? There is no one vehicle close by there. And I'm like, what are we doing?
No, no,
Oh
Mabuchi
God.
was commissioned during his
They
May
come to
29th
Baltimore.
now.
Yeah, yeah, okay, I guess May 29th or
Okay.
whatever it was. I mean, TBU. I mean, and I get your points and everything, right? But I mean, we're not seeing the same
Okay.
gravitas of
Can I quickly
numbers.
answer that? I only have I have limited time. Can I quickly answer that? First of all, yes, people that know me will say, "Oh, CBO, you support the government. You support
No,
Tinubu."
go ahead.
Mm. Yes, the first protest that was ever organized in Tinubu's government was led by me, myself, and some people here on Twitter. Daniel, people that are supposed to be pro APC. The first protest. Tinubu was sworn in May 29th. We started that protest in June, July. Yes, I went on the newspapers. It was published. We had full page advertorial. We went on TV, went on channels, went on different places. What were we against? We were against the proposal by National Assembly because we already seen the budget of National Assembly. We went against them. All these, oh, they are going to buy car, they are going to do this. We saw it before the rest of Nigeria saw it, and we started making noise then. I, CPO, Mr. Daniel, Aisha, all of us that are supposed to be Tinubu supporters on this Twitter, we were the ones that started it. It's there on record. I'm proud of it. I do not agree with executive recklessness, whether it's at state level or at federal level. I hate it. But I am also not somebody that is not realistic. No matter what you do, you cannot be telling people to tighten their belts and then you now go and be wearing baggy jeans. It doesn't work like that, right? But we are Nigerians, and because we are Nigerians, we are easy to impress. The very minor things impress us. But really, do we really pay attention to it? You see this talk of private jets. um, the president did not actually buy a brand new jet, and this is me not making. I want to tell you how I do not like it, but at the same time, let me show you reality on why Nigerians, some things do not really move Nigerians. The president did not buy a brand new jet. The president bought a third-hand jet, not first-hand, not second-hand. If you follow the history of that plane, that aircraft was owned by a Saudi Arabian prince who owed Deutsche Bank. Deutsche Bank put up the plane to recover their money. So that plane has been passed from the Saudi prince down to Deutsche Bank. So it was outside, third hand, cheap for the size of that aircraft. But the president has already put up 3 of Nigeria's jets. Nigeria has 11 jets on the presidential crew. 11. One officially or I think 2 or 3 officially for the president, one for the vice, one for the senate president, different, but there are 11 in the presidential air fleet. They put up 3 for sale. Now they've put up the fourth one for sale. Because maintaining all those jets will cost you money. News came out the other week that they spent over 22 billion just maintaining them. So he put up about about 3 or 4 of them for sale. They have taken them out to sell before he now bought a second-hand one. Of course, he's not going to pay cash for it. Of course, there are going to be terms of payment. But do you think the average Nigerian cares about it? No. We don't care. As far as we are concerned, you went to go and buy a new jet. And that is willful spending. They say, oh, he bought a yacht. We know that is a lie. The yacht was not his, or there's no yacht. There's actually a military boat, but they just call it presidential. And that's why people a security boat. For the Navy, can't even ride it. But you
So you said the Navy can't even ride it. So what's the whole point? I don't understand.
it's wrong. That is my only problem with the executive. People that want every other person to tighten their belts, but are not seeming to show people. If I were them, I know how to make that argument so that people will see it. The budget of the executive is not even up to 5% of the Nigerian budget. So even if you say they are not collecting any money on it, it's not really significant. But the point is that you cannot continue to tell the common man to hold on while you live an expensive life. It does not make sense. I will not support that still. That's my position.
See, you see they there. Oh, T don't come out. T, you don't. Are you there?
I don't think
T
he's there.
don't come.
Yeah, I don't think he's there. I'll go see. I can't get back to work, man. I'll see you guys later.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate how you explain some of those things.
Alpha,
Yeah, Shopee. Good evening.
no be small gbege o. You see a record space. Well, we do campaign today for by-election. I saw APC with their wahala.
For which,
Use
for which
that
state is that?
Ogun State.
I don't know the kind confusion when PO they put for our own side. Waiting.
Morgan,
Um,
he said Morgan lose this thing is not saying the name no come out for INEC. I
who
saw the
talk am?
post he just made. You go read the post. He just made a post.
Now Mogalu's name didn't come out. I thought Mogalu escaped it. By PO
Check
himself.
now. Check. Check. He just posted not long. Let me see if I still have the. I
That, that,
try
is,
screenshotting it.
that is not. Wait, calm down. Is it the one that I haven't screenshotted?
I don't know whether I don't want to screenshot or not. The one when I see now they talk. Let me see if I can. The trade.
Is it 20? What is the name? Is it 2025 by
Except
elections? Is that the
obedience on they call me
eh?
because of that post. I saw obedience on they call me because
Wait,
of that
what?
post.
Calm down. Is it wait. I mean, don't if people should stop carrying false news. Is it 2025 by election? Is that the this thing?
Yes, now.
It has nothing to do with Mogalona. How about you? It was
Hold
talking
on, hold on.
about
Okay,
Anambra
he said
State.
sorry. Yes,
Yeah,
federal, two senatorial
yeah,
and five federal.
make una
If you
make
hold
una
on, if you my ask question, if you vote what was it called ADC for the by-election, they win the seats, the two senatorial and five federal House of Rep seats for Anambra. Kingsley want take role for Labour. I say Kingsley. Yeah. How you want take role for
Now
Labour?
the same president governorship election day on November. This
Now my
election
question
day
is how will he run
eh?
when if ADC win those 5 positions? How will he run?
How we want to run? What are you saying? There is one senatorial seat
You are
that is.
not
I
getting
mean,
my
I
point. I'm saying
wait. What
if they vote now, like he's saying they should vote for APC right now.
ADC?
So I'm saying
ADC.
ADC
Uh-huh. So what will happen?
is how Labour want to win. What's it called? How Labour want to
Wait,
win
are you telling me
the
that is the
governorship.
people that win that if ADC wins? Sorry. So now let me assume now if APC wins Anambra South senatorial election and ADC wins the one in Onitsha North, for example. And
Hold on,
see,
let me explain what I mean,
calm down.
my
Now, I'm
guy.
asking you a
It
question now. I'm
means that
asking you a question.
uh,
Wait now. I'm asking you a question. Just wait. Just wait. Are you telling me that whoever wins this election will go and win November election? How do you even ask that type of question
oh
in
yeah,
the first
should
place?
I answer you?
Huh?
So this is the thing. There will be issues because if a certain level, those people that win, they will fight for their party. And then
You are not
you
making it.
think by
Yeah, you
November,
are not.
hold on, you
What
think
you are
by
saying does
November,
not
BO
make
will now
any
come
sense.
and say,
Calm down. Calm down. There are two Labour Party senators in Anambra as me and you are talking, right? Those Labour Party senators even endorse the ADC guy in Onitsha, the ADC woman, for
mm,
example. I'm just giving you. So, is it because so out of two, if it's by who they will campaign, for example, is it because probably ADC wins Anambra South, which I know will not happen. I mean, I was even think the Labour guy was a more popular candidate in the Anambra South. This guy is the first time I seen his name, the ADC. So that guy is not going to. But no, no, no. We never start to the vote. Sure. It's next tomorrow. I don't even know him. I don't know where he's from. I don't know anything about him. So let's assume the guy wins. Will it be the reason why ADC will now win Anambra State or what?
hold on. What I'm
If
saying
he can.
is that it will bring confusion. You really get.
What
So
confusion
are
will
you
it bring again?
except the only way is if the what's it called? The coalition agrees that okay, since the Labour don't support this candidate or P2B don't support this candidate for what's it called for this particular election,
So
then let all of us.
Now coalition go decide who will go vote for Anambra State. Now what they try tell us now?
I'm saying that it counts. No be fight, it counts. That's what I'm saying. You know, no say get their own structure too. It counts. That's what I'm saying. It
On the
counts.
only stop.
And anybody, you just say anybody when win, you know go hold in constituents. You hold your constituents. Except say those people they know sabi relate for themselves. Because you can't bank on PO for life as a politician. You have to grow your relationship with your own audience, like your constituents rather. You have to grow relationship with them that they can stand by you anytime, any day. And then my network no good again. My network no good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alfonso, are you there? Alfonso. Alfonso, you did there? Hello, Alfonso.